it's Rose and welcome back to Cheap Lazy Vegan and another mukbang. Today you're watching another episode of Munching Mondays, which is my mukbang series. Mukbang is an eating show, so we're gonna eat together and we are going to chat. So if that is your thing, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel and thumbs up this video. Guys, I'm so excited. As you can see here, I have a massive feast, okay? I have a Turkish / Middle Eastern food feast. I got food from two different places. This is the Turkish restaurant / market, and then this is the Middle Eastern restaurant. Now, I didn't want to call this a completely Turkish meal because I don't actually know if falafels, for example, are Turkish. Is it Turkish? Let me know. I know they have it in Turkey, I'm sure, but I don't know if it's considered Turkish. Anyway, you guys, I've got some Turkish / Middle Eastern food. So excited. And before we jump in, I just want to let you guys know that I'm actually going to Turkey / Turkey, okay? I'm going to Turkey and you are invited, okay? If you guys didn't know, I'm hosting a vegan food tour in Turkey, and that's happening in September, and I'm letting you guys know this now because bookings are closing in about a week, okay? Bookings close July 10th, and if you guys are interested in coming along to Turkey / Turkey, then definitely book now, you guys, okay? The bookings are closing in a week or so, so you don't want to miss out. It's gonna be so much fun. I am so excited, okay? Turkey has been on my list for years at this point. I just haven't had a chance to go, and I've heard that the food there is just unbelievably delicious, okay? I'm so excited to go eat there, and I heard that it's actually really easy to be vegan there because a lot of dishes there are just kind of naturally vegan as well. Anyways, so excited, okay? So yeah, come along, you guys, come along. The link is below to book your spot to Turkey, and also if you also want to come along to Greece, I'm doing a Greece trip right after the Turkey trip, literally right after. So if you want to come along to both trips, it's gonna be epic, okay? There's a few people that are actually doing both trips and I'm super excited. The countries are right next to each other, so it's really convenient. And yeah, I'll link both trips down below. The Greece trip has only 2 spots left, so we'll see if there's spots left by the time I post this video, but if you do want to try to come along to both, that would be awesome. Anyway, guys, oh my god, I'm so excited. Let's see what I got here, okay? Firstly, we have the Turkish side, okay? We got the, I think I can call this Turkish because it's from the Turkish store / market. So first I got these lentil balls, okay? Lentil balls with some lemon, some lettuce, very exciting stuff. I also had to try their Turkish bagel. So this is spelled S-I-M-I-T, simit. I'm probably butchering it, but Turkish bagel, I did heat it up slightly so that it's nice and soft. It's already getting harder because I'm talking too much, but lots of sesame on there and I can't wait to dig into that. And then I've got this lentil wrap, which is quite heavy. I think there's some kind of lentil paste. Maybe it's similar to what this is, but more in a paste. But there's a mixture of veggies in there and then the lentils. Okay, so that's from the Turkish store. And then I just really wanted a falafel plate, you guys. Okay, so I got a gigantic falafel plate. Look at this. Is this 1 serving? What in God's name? It's gigantic. Okay, they called this the vegan falafel plate. At first I was like, is this sauce vegan? But they call it the vegan falafel plate, okay? So we got tons of falafel here. I think there's some rice underneath. There's some potatoes, some kind of garlicky sauce. There's a ton of hummus, nice little salad, and even these stuffed vine leaves, which I believe are also Turkish. Again, I don't know, guys. Okay, don't shoot me if I am being ignorant, okay? I can't wait to dig in. Let's dig in. You know what? Let's take a bite of this bagel because I got some hummus here that's just waiting to be dipped, okay? So bagel, Turkish bagel. I did heat it up slightly, but I think it could be a bit softer. We got sesame going everywhere. Ooh, it's nice and dense like a regular bagel. It's kind of like a pretzel, cross between a soft pretzel and a bagel. I'm gonna dip it into the hummus. Ooh. Mmm. Both are delicious. Lots of sesame flavor in the bagel or the simit. Hummus is hummusing. All right, we gotta get in the falafel. Falafel. A little bit of hummus. I love a good falafel. A little bit of that. Salad. This plate also came with bread. I gotta go to this place more often. Okay? Super cheap. Okay, I really want to try these lentil balls. So I'm gonna squeeze this lemon. I'm assuming that's what I'm supposed to do. And let's try a lentil ball. It's kind of nice and squishy. It's kind of soft. Ooh, it's cold. Oh. Wow. I actually wasn't expecting. It's tasty. It's kind of like weirdly meaty, but also kind of fishy at the same time. It's actually really good. It's actually pleasantly surprising. I didn't expect it to be cold. It's kind of nice and soft. It has like a lot of flavor, but I can't pinpoint what the flavors are. Like it's almost like a cross between like a meaty and a fishy flavor. It's actually like better than I even thought it was gonna be. Yeah. Guys, so far, so good. By the way, I'm also filming a little bit for my TikTok. So if you see like random food disappearing, don't be like, oh my god, where did it go? I'm kind of doing both, okay? Anyway, so far so good, you guys. Let's try some of this potato. Whoa, this giant potato. Ah! Giant potato. With some sort of a garlic sauce. Let's get into the drink. I got here this blackberry bubbly. Oh, guys. I feel like it's been so long. I feel like I'm catching up with a friend. This is gonna be so refreshing. Oh, you know what I also realized? I have chili sauce that they gave me as well. And tahini sauce, but I'm like, do I need it? I mean, I'll keep it out here in case I do. All right, let's try some of this wrap. This is the lentil wrap, the vegan wrap. There's some of that like tabbouleh, that salad. That's so tasty. I love it. And I was right. I think it's like in a paste in there, the lentil part. It's quite tasty. It's very fresh tasting. I dipped some of that lentil ball into the tahini sauce. Oh my god. Why is it so good? Alright. Rice. Piece of tahini, or a piece of falafel dipped in the tahini sauce. Let's have a bite. Rice. A little bit of salad. Dip it in chili sauce. Potato. Guys, I was gonna talk, but like, I've just been like focusing so much on the food. Ooh, we do have to try one of my favorite things ever, which is the stuffed vine leaves. So these are usually stuffed with like some kind of seasoned rice. So I also had these in Greece. I had these a lot in Greece. So good. Nice and pickly, just like Lots of flavor, simple, yet delicious. Oh, you guys. How y'all doing? Oh, you guys. Here's the thing, guys. Here's my truth, okay? I'm feeling a little bit unmotivated. I hate saying that, because I still think this is the best job ever. Like, look at me, I'm like literally feasting on food. But like, you do have to understand, I have now been doing this for almost 10 years, okay? I started YouTube in 2015. I'm an OG, guys. I'm an OG. So, it is a little crazy that I'm still here. Okay. Lentil ball, tahini sauce. I don't know what it is about these balls, but they were really good. A little bit of hot sauce with the lettuce. Anyway, I've just been kind of burnt out. I've said it before. I'm like, I think I'm burnt out. Oh my God, I'm burnt out. Before, when I felt burnt out, I was actually like overworked. Okay, so I don't know if that's the definition. I know the definition of burnout is when like you do the same amount of work with like less results or something. No, that is not. What is the definition of burnout? Let me find it. Is a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion caused by excessive and prolonged stress. That sounds really like intense, so maybe I'm not burnt out, okay? Burnout in the course of employment can make one feel emotionally drained and unable to function in the context of work and other aspects of life. Maybe I'm not burnt out. I don't know. Maybe I have a very mild case of burnout. I don't know. But basically, this is how I'm feeling. Let me know if you are, you know, a burnout expert and you can somehow diagnose me. But while I talk, I will make myself a little tiny little falafel wrap using the ingredients here because they gave me this pita bread. So I'm gonna add some hummus, some of this salad with some pickled goodness. Oh. So basically my symptom is that when I thought I was burnt out before, I was like, oh my God, I'm working so much. Like, you know, like I'm putting on too much content. Like it was just overwhelming. I was too busy, all that stuff. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I'm overworked at all. Now my issue is I can't get myself to work. Even though I have the time, like I say I don't have time, like and I am busy, but realistically, I could do a lot more with the time that I have, but I like don't do the things I need to do. And I can't get myself to focus. I can't get myself to do the tasks that were once very easy for me to do. And now it's like a mental struggle. Anyway, let me take a bite. Oh, that's so depressing. This reminds me of like when I was in London, we'd like go for drinks and then we'd always stop at some kind of falafel shop. I mean, it'd be a kebab shop or something, but I'd get like a falafel wrap. Oh, those were the days. Anyway. So basically, for example, editing videos. Now I do have an editor, so I don't edit all my own videos anymore. But before, I would edit all my own videos. And I would get so much work done. Like I would be able to sit down and edit a video in one sitting, maybe 2 sittings, get that done. Sometimes I'd film a video and edit on the same day. Sometimes I would edit multiple videos a week. Now for me to sit down and edit one video, that's like a week-long process. Ain't no way I am editing 2 videos a week. No way. I don't know how I did it. I used to post 2 videos a week religiously for like a couple years, maybe even longer. And it was like constant for actually probably a lot longer than 2 years. I would post 2 videos a week. Okay, I used to have like a schedule, Wednesdays and Saturdays, 2 videos a week. And I would edit all of them, film all of them myself, do everything myself. And it wasn't that difficult. And now it's like, even if I have the time, I just don't want to do it. Ah, what is it, guys? I just don't even know. Okay. And it's frustrating because it's like, again, it's not like I'm like, oh my God, I'm doing so much, but I don't have time to do everything. It's more like I could be doing all this, but instead I'm laying around scrolling on TikTok, wasting my life away, or just like dreading doing whatever it is that I need to do when it's not even that hard to do. Anyway, that's the current situation. And so I don't know. Guys, I don't know. I don't want to quit. I definitely don't. A part of me feels like it's also because there's so many platforms now. You know, like there's so many platforms where it's like, there's so many platforms where I have to post on now. I've talked about this before, I'm pretty sure, probably many times. I've complained about it. I'm like, oh my God. Our attention span is now spread all across, and that's just personally, but also professionally now. I got YouTube. I got YouTube Shorts. I got Instagram Reels, Instagram posts, TikTok posts, Facebook. I mean, the list goes on, okay? So now I'm like, okay, I need to post on all these platforms, and I think like I get like almost overwhelmed with all of them, and then I don't post on any. I don't know. Vine Leaf. Feels like a first world problem, doesn't it? I'm gonna do a little bite of this. It tastes super fresh. Slightly tangy, a little bit sweet. So good. So yeah, kind of in like this weird phase where I'm just kind of like, I just want to retire. Even this, guys, remember? There was like a time when I used to post a mukbang video every Monday. Every Monday. Now you're lucky if you get one a month. I'm sorry. Okay. Guys, I made another wrap. I've been eating it. Again, see? My attention is divided between you and TikTok. What the hell is that? You know? My point? Exactly. Okay? And the thing is, I do like repurpose my videos and stuff to be posted on both platforms, but I find that oftentimes filming specifically for the short form content does the video better. Like the video performs better when you like specifically film to be short form content, if that makes sense. Anyway, so now I'm like, do I want to pivot into more short form content? But like, I don't know, you guys, I can't leave YouTube, you know? I can't leave the long form content. I do love long form content. I know you guys love long form content. I don't want to abandon you, you know? Anyway, rice, falafel. So good. Falafel wrap that I made. A little bit of the chili sauce. Anyway, that's just some food for thought. Maybe I'll have some more thoughts in the next mukbang. But I'm like, I know it sounds like, oh my God, such a first world problem, and it totally is, okay? But at the same time, there's a reason YouTubers quit. Now I get it. Like I used to be like, oh my God. And again, I'm not saying I'm gonna quit. I used to be like, oh my God, how could you possibly quit that job? You know, like YouTube is like the most amazing job. Why would you? Even when I did YouTube, I was like, why would you quit this job? Like, why would you quit this? It's like the best thing ever. And now I kind of understand why people still do quit. And I think people need to realize this goes for everything. Just because you quit something or just because you stop doing something doesn't mean that you were like a failure or that, what's the term I was looking for? Doesn't mean that you're a failure. It doesn't mean that you failed at doing whatever it is that you did. It just means that you're moving on in life. It's only natural to have progression. YouTube is one of those jobs, and I'm talking social media in general, that isn't, like, it's obviously very different from traditional jobs. And one of the main differences is that there's no kind of obvious career progression, right? There's no kind of like, ooh, linear progression, if you will. You could start off with a bang and be super famous and super popular, which happens to a lot of people, and then they just completely fall off within like just a few years, right? Or you could be doing it for a while and your audience gradually stops and drops. And I kind of liken it more to like a TV show or something that's been long running. You know, even the Oprah Winfrey show, you know, in the very beginning, the first few years, it was like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. Holy crap. Oh, Oprah, we love you. And like, you know, people still loved her at the end, but I believe at the end, like her, you know, viewings dropped, you know, because other things happen in the world, you know, other entertainment, other people come along, you know, people get bored eventually. And it doesn't mean that doesn't mean Oprah was not a success. Obviously nobody would say that, right? And it doesn't mean that she failed. It doesn't mean that the show failed because eventually they had to shut it down, you know? It just means that things changed. And that's okay, change is good. And sometimes change is needed. And sometimes no matter how good someone's, you know, career or job may seem, to that person, if they've been doing it for so long, it may be boring. It may not be as entertaining, you know? Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. 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 Mm. Anyway, that's that. Okay, I don't know where I'm going with this, but it's just how I've been feeling. I feel like I've really had to fight myself to get some work done, you know? For me, like, the filming aspect isn't as difficult. I actually enjoy the filming aspect. It's just other little things. Like, for example, after I film, there's like a mountain of things I need to do, right? Even if I have my video being edited by somebody else, I have to send it to the editor. I have to organize the files first and send it to the editor to make sure, you know, that it makes sense, it's cohesive. And even my filming process is a little bit different than what I did in the beginning. I think like in the beginning when I was first starting, it was just, you know, me just picking up the camera and just like filming whatever random stuff. And now, you know, I do have to think about other things. I, you know, have to think about, oh, I need to take photos for the blog and make sure it looks good. And before I like never gave a shit about that. Okay, I never give a shit. But now I'm like, oh my God, does it look good? Oh, look, how's the plating? You know? So that's my current state of burnout, which doesn't even sound like it's burnout. It's more like I just don't want to work. But I think it stems from this like feeling of like, I know I can do it. I know it's easy enough to do, but it's like, I can't get over the mental block. I can't get over the mental block. I can't seem to get myself to do a lot of things when I know like, oh, I have like, let's say 3 hours to do this task. I'm just like, da, 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 da. And I'm like laying on the couch being like, oh, I need to get up. Oh, I need to get this done. Oh, I need to do this. Oh, I need to do that. And then I just don't do any of it. Oh, so I think I might, this is one thought I had. Okay. It is focusing more on short form. Before I was like, I could definitely do it all. And I've realized now that the whole do it all thing is what's really creating a big mental block of me not wanting to do any of it. You know, this whole idea that like, oh, I could post on here and I could do this and I could do Pinterest and I could do X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, I don't want to do any of this. So I just don't post on anything. Anyway. God, I'm sorry if I'm being really annoying. I'm annoying myself. No? It's extra annoying because you just know you're in a privileged position. So you really don't want to be one of those people that complain. About your job, and that's like an easy fucking job. you know? But yeah, again, it's not horrible. It's just, I'm more like mad at myself for not being able to like do these easy tasks. For example, filming a mukbang, it's not that hard. You know, I gotta eat anyway. But it's like the editing aspect and posting it, and I'm like, bah, I don't wanna do it. And like thinking about, and this is another thing, like thinking about what to talk about sometimes, like today it's just flowing out of me, okay? But I don't always know what to talk about. And then I feel pressured because I'm like, oh, I don't know what to talk about. Is it boring if I just sit here and just eat, you know? And then I'm like, oh my God, I'm just not gonna film it. I don't know. I already talk enough, you know? I got a podcast with my friend Daniel. If you don't know, guys, check it out. SaVeg podcast. Those potatoes. Anyway, guys, that's currently my dilemma. Not too much of a dilemma, but a bit of a dilemma. You know what's funny too? Again, it's one of those things where I'm like, oh, I just need to do it, you know? I see people on Instagram, all these new amazing creators, vegan creators that are doing such a great job, recipe creators and stuff, and they have these like beautiful videos, and I just know like I could do that formula and get tons of views, and like I just know I can do that on Instagram and like TikTok and stuff, and it would be, you know, it would be great. But I'm just not doing it. Why am I not doing it? You know? Why? Like, why? Is it that hard, Rose? Why can't you do it? I don't know what it is. So anyways, before at least I could complain that I was working too hard. Oh my God, I'm so tired. I'm working too much. You know, I'm doing like 2-3 videos a week. Now, again, you're lucky if you get a video a week. Whew. Anyways, yeah, I still can't believe. Sometimes I like look back at my productivity just like a few years ago. I want to compare it to like pre-COVID. Pre-COVID productivity was a different level of productivity. I wonder if it was COVID, you know, that kind of ruined mine and anyone else's productivity perhaps. I'm gonna get more bubbly. All right, guys, I had a few more bites for TikTok. Got myself some more bubbly. Oh, why is it so good? Anyway, I am like super stuffed. Okay, I might have one more bite of the falafel. Oh, I love a falafel. Guys, I love a falafel. A little bit of hummus, a little bit of the rice, a little bit of pickled goodness. So good. Anyway, one thing I will say that I've been loving, that I've recently added in, like in the last few years, are the trips that I've been hosting. That was one of the best things I've ever done, is starting to host vegan food tours, okay? They're so much fun. I've already had so many repeat guests, repeat travelers, that we're basically friends now. It's like a reunion every time, and it's so fun. And I get to meet you guys, and we're literally traveling together, and I'm like literally traveling. That's part of what I do for a living. Like, how amazing. And eating vegan food. It's my dream. I'm living my dream. So that part of my job is probably currently my favorite part, is just being able to like travel with you guys and go on these amazing vegan food adventures. Yeah, so far I've hosted, the first one I did was in Thailand, which was so epic. I did Bangkok and, why can't I talk? Bangkok and Chiang Mai. I'm so full, you guys. Like, I'm literally bursting out of my jeans at this moment. You will not see that, okay? It's bursting. Anyway, Bangkok and Chiang Mai, amazing. It was such an amazing trip. Our guide was amazing. We had such a great group. It was like a full, I think it was a full tour. I think there was 20 people there. Unbelievable. It was so fun. The food was incredible. Thai food is like probably one of my favorite foods. So that was amazing. Then I did Vietnam right after that. Vietnam was also really amazing. I would do both those trips again, those exact trips. I would do it again. Let me know if this is something you would be interested in coming along, because I'm like, do I want to do another Thailand trip? Because I did another one last year as well, but that one was a slightly different one. That one was Bangkok and Phuket, and that was really fun as well. But I think I actually prefer Bangkok and Chiang Mai. So I might want to do the Bangkok and Chiang Mai thing again, but I don't know how many of you guys will be interested because I already did Thailand twice, okay? And then last year I also did Bali, which was so amazing. I love Bali. So I'm going to Bali again this year, which I will link again below if you guys want to come along to Bali as well. That's happening in October. And yeah, Bali was incredible. That was also like a huge group of people, and Bali is just like a very unique and amazing and beautiful place with its own like very unique culture, and there's no place in the world like Bali. There's a reason why people love it so much. It's now quite touristy for sure. There's some downsides to it, like there is some bad traffic and stuff like that, but other than that, like it's still very incredible in my opinion. Okay, some people might not like it, but I love it. So Bali, oh, amazing. And I also hosted one in Costa Rica in January, which was also great. It was so fun, such a fun group. That group was like amazing. Costa Rica is absolutely beautiful. I mean, it's very like rainforest, you know. I did the longest zip line in Central America, I think, in Costa Rica. I did not plan on doing that, but that is what I did. And yeah, now I'm doing Turkey and Greece this year, and then I'm doing Bali. So amazing. Oh guys, also, I need to know, would you be interested in going to the Canadian Rockies? Okay, because that could be a potential trip as well. And we would be camping. So this would be a very different sort of trip, but basically we'd be camping, hiking, and just being in the Canadian Rockies. This is a trip that I kind of want to do because I live like an hour away from the Canadian Rockies, and it's such a beautiful, magical place, and I think more people should see it, okay? So yeah, let me know. I'm putting it out there. If you guys want to do like a Canadian Rockies camping vegan trip, that could be incredible as well. I don't know where else I would want to go. There's so many different places, but budget is a big issue. Obviously, I don't want to host a trip where it's way too expensive for most people. That's obviously not my intention ever, but these trips are like obviously a little bit more than you would pay if you just went on your own, just because there's so much that's included, you know, like obviously your accommodation's included, and you have like a guide. You always have a guide that's with you, other than myself. Like I'm not the guide, okay? Because Lord help you if I am the guide, okay? So we have an actual guide that's gonna help throughout the whole process, and everything is planned, so you don't need to worry about planning, which I think, you know, that's worth paying an extra price for. And of course, in countries like, I don't know, Thailand, Vietnam, other countries where people don't speak English, you know, it's really helpful to have a guide, especially when you're vegan. This is another thing about my trips. It's like, oh my God, being vegan and being able to travel with a group of vegans, there's nothing like it. Okay, let me just tell you, okay, there is nothing like traveling with fellow vegans, because finally people are understanding what we want, okay? People understand the trials and tribulations of being a vegan in today's day and age, and we don't have to cater to non-vegans. You know, there's some non-vegans that come on the trips, which is great as well. You don't have to be vegan to come on the trips, but I'm gonna tell you, you gotta cater to the vegans, okay? It's the other way around on these trips, okay? Vegans are the majority, okay? It's a democracy. So that's, I think, one of the best things about the trips is that everyone's vegan. So a lot of the meals are included, but even for meals that aren't included, you could just be like, oh, hey, I'm gonna go eat at this vegan restaurant. You wanna come? And then I was like, oh my God, yeah, let's go eat at this vegan restaurant. It's amazing. Anyway, I digress, guys. I'm so full. I'm just talking your ear off because I am trying to digest my food. So maybe that's why I'm talking a lot. Okay, I just ate so much food. It's such a mess. I made such a mess. I'm such a messy eater. Okay, but this was so good, you guys. I can't wait for Turkey. Let me just tell you, okay? I cannot wait for Turkish cuisine. I've heard so many great things about Turkish food, but my problem is I don't actually really know. I can't pinpoint, okay, this is Turkish cuisine. Obviously, I'm thinking about vegan food, right? What is considered Turkish vegan food? Again, I thought it was like falafel, but falafel comes from, I don't know, many different types of countries, and I don't know if it originates specifically in Turkey. I don't think it does. And then there's like Turkish delights, I guess, and then there's, I don't know, what's Turkish food? I want to learn. This is why I want to go. I think that there's a huge untapped market, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, there's probably a ton of Turkish dishes that I don't know about that's probably delicious and I want to know, you know? It's one of those things. I've heard there's a huge variety of food in Turkey. My parents actually went to Turkey, I want to say over 10 years ago. And they went to Istanbul, they went to some of the places that we're actually going to on the tour. So they went to Selçuk, they went to Izmir, which, you know, they recommended those places, which is why I added those places onto the itinerary actually. And I think they also did go to Pamukkale, which is also on the tour. And yeah, they went for like 2 weeks, I think, in Turkey, and they said that the food was amazing. And my mom isn't vegetarian, but she eats like mostly vegetarian, doesn't eat a lot of meat anymore. And there they were able to do a lot of things without meat. They were just like very accommodating. She'd just be like, oh, can I get like no meat? And they'd be like, okay, yeah, no problem. And just like whip something up for her. And it's like, oh my God, that's amazing. Yeah, and every single person that I've met that has been to Turkey always raves about how amazing it is. And I've heard that the vegan food is awesome. Oh, I'm so excited. Anyway, guys, I'm so full. Okay, if you guys want to come along to the Turkey trip, I really should keep calling it Turkiye because that's what the Turkish government wants you to call it now. Turkiye. I think that must have been the, you know, that must be the name. That must be what they call Turkey in Turkey, you know? Turkiye. But the problem is, I think a lot of people don't know that it's called Turkiye, so I don't want to call it Turkiye and then people don't understand what I'm talking about, you know? People are like, what's Turkiye? I'm like, okay, it's Turkey, okay? But yeah, just so you know, I think the Turkish government doesn't want you to call it Turkey anymore. They want you to call it Turkiye, but it's not like common information, I feel like. So a lot of people don't know. That's why I keep calling it Turkey. So anyway, if you want to come along on the Turkey trip, once again, guys, book your spot now. There's only about a week left before the bookings close for good. So do not miss out, okay? I cannot wait to see you in Turkey. Can't wait to see you in Greece. Can't wait to see you in Bali. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be so epic. I'm so excited. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening to me. I hope you enjoyed me feasting. I am so full. This is like so much food I ate, but I got tons of leftovers for later, so I'm super excited. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening to me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you give this a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, guys, if you haven't already. Check out my trips below. I'll link all 3 of them below. I will also link my mukbang playlist below, so if you guys enjoy mukbang videos, you can watch all my previous ones, okay? And I'll try to be more consistent with these videos, okay? Okay, if you have any suggestions on how to deal with my stupid burnout situation, if you can even call it that, let me know below. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!